Please remain standing for the presentation of colors, followed by the national anthem. Gentlemen, please remove your hats. Please be seated. Good morning, graduates, parents, and faculty. What a blessing it is for me to be standing here in front of you all today and for us to be reaching this monumental moment in our lives. Before I started writing what I wanted to say today, I started to think about the previous graduations that I've witnessed and the classes I've seen come before us. Their distinguishments and successes. So let me ask, what does it mean being a part of the Bulldog class of 2026? Through this thinking, I came to realize all the accomplishments and accolades this class has won and been a part of. Through the athletic and academic awards, the region champions, the state champions, the all-region players, the all-state players, the band awards, the certifications, the records, the individual recognitions. Throughout our time at Silver Bluff, we have defined what it means to be the class of 2026, and I cannot begin to explain how proud I am to be able to say that I'm a part of this class. Now, it hasn't always been rainbows and sunshine, whether it was the slow days, the late nights turning in assignments, the early mornings after the late nights, the losses, the busy weekends that made you forget about school altogether, or the uncontrollable changes. We can all share our different highs and lows, but it is through these times that we have developed into who we are today. For it is not where we are that defines us, but who we are through these times. Also, while writing this, I did a little research and I thought back to kind of the years we were born. And did y'all know that the iPhone is older than we are? Some of our parents have had iPhones longer than they've had us. President Obama got elected when we were born. He served 2 full terms before he even got out of elementary school. The movie WALL-E came out. Just some things to think about. Anyways, as we carry on with the day and leave from this place, keep these things in mind. In this life, there will come a time where what you did does not matter as much as who you were. So remember that. Above everything, make sure you find and keep a relationship with God. I say that as someone who has found the importance of Him myself. Everything you're searching for in this life will come: the success, the money, the promotions, the recognition, the achievements. But you will still find a lasting emptiness. The richest man on earth lives in a tiny house, and Tom Brady said something was still missing after winning 7 Super Bowls. This is because there is a hole only Jesus can fill. Do not take this day as a finish line, a point to start slacking off or taking it easy. Today is just the beginning. Dream big, work hard, love much, and try often. For success does not come from perfection, but from persistence. So from the face of every adversity, through every failure, get back up and show the world what it means to be a Silver Bluff Bulldog. Congratulations, and may God bless the class of 2026. Thank you. Please welcome to the podium Dr. Jennifer Colmar, Principal of Silver Bluff High School.
Good morning, parents, faculty, and graduates. On behalf of Silver Bluff High School, it is my honor to welcome you to the commencement exercises for our class of 2026. Today's ceremony is a celebration of years of hard work, dedication, and perseverance. Graduation is a meaningful milestone, and this ceremony is designed to honor and preserve the dignity of that achievement. In order to maintain a respectful environment, we ask that all applause and celebrations be held until every graduate's name has been announced. This ensures that each family has the chance to hear their graduate's name and share in that proud moment. Please remember that the focus should remain on the graduates. If you choose to clap and celebrate individually, you may prevent another family from hearing their graduate's name announced. Once all names have been called, we will take the appropriate time to celebrate all the amazing graduates that are here with us today. I would like to call your attention to the graduation program, which highlights several important student achievements inside. You will find a listing of our honor graduates, senior scholars, and sealed by literacy recipients, along with an explanation of the cords our seniors are wearing today to represent their accomplishments. At the end of the program, you will find a list of the sponsors who helped make it possible for us to hold this event in this wonderful venue. I'd like to recognize our presenting sponsor, Rhodes Graduation Services, our platinum sponsor, Aiken Works and Security Federal Bank, our gold sponsors, Bridgestone America Incorporated, Haas and Hildebrand Incorporated, H.G. Reynolds Company Incorporated, and Stanley Martin Homes. I would also like to take a moment to recognize some of the special guests who have been instrumental in providing the high quality of education our seniors have received. I ask that each of you stand when called and the audience hold your applause until all special guests have been recognized. Dr. Corey Murphy, Superintendent. Dr. Amy Edwards, Chief Officer of Instruction. Mr. Trey Traxler, Chief Financial Officer. Dr. Tim Yarbrough, Chief Officer of Operations. Mr. Eric Jeffcoat, Assistant Superintendent of Elementary Schools. Dr. Phyllis Gamble, Assistant Superintendent of Middle Schools. Mr. Berkeley Postel, Assistant Superintendent of High Schools. Ms. Beth Taylor, Assistant Superintendent of Special Programs. Mr. Nick Carroll, Executive Officer of Technology. Mr. Kenneth Lott, Executive Director of Career and Technology Education. Ms. Mary Glenn Piccolino, Executive Director of Communications and Community Partnerships. Ms. Kimbra Meek, Director of Administration. Ms. Katrina Riley, Director of Human Resources. I would also like to introduce the following school board members: Mr. Cam Nessel, Board of Education Chair, Mr. Jim Broom, and Mr. Brian Silas. From our Area 5 Advisory Council, we are happy to have Ms. Linda Bradley and Ms. Tara Lark here with us. Please join me in giving all of our special guests a round of applause. At this time, I'd like to recognize and thank my administrative team at Silver Bluff High School. Ms. Ann Cohen, Assistant Principal. Mr. Calvin Moore, Assistant Principal. Mr. Philip Strother, Athletic Director. I would also like to recognize all of our Silver Bluff faculty and counselors for your hard work, dedication, and commitment to our school community. Please join me in giving these individuals a round of applause. I would also like to recognize our junior marshals who are assisting with today's ceremony. Please rise at this time. These students are listed in the back of the program and are currently ranked in the top 10 of their class. Please join me in giving these juniors a round of applause. Thank you. You may be seated. At this time, please welcome to the podium Superintendent Dr. Corey Murphy.
Good morning. Soon-to-be graduates, families, teachers, staff, board members, and honored guests. Today is a celebration of achievement, perseverance, and possibilities. To our students, earning your diploma represents far more than completing a list of classes and earning credits. It represents years of sacrifice, discipline, and determination. It represents early mornings, late nights, deadlines, practices, and performances, disappointments, and moments when you had to keep going, even when you were tired and you were discouraged. For some of you, the road to this stage has not been easy. You had to carry burdens that few people ever saw. Some of you faced obstacles outside of the classroom while still showing up each day, and you were still determined to move forward. And yet here you are. Now that says something powerful about your resilience, about your character, and it says something about your strength. I know many of you now are excited to leave behind all the multiple choice tests, all the homework, all the deadline, all the essays. But I'd have to tell you something. As a card-carrying member of adulthood, you're going to swap those out for other things. The main one you will be introduced to is called bills. And unfortunately, there is no study guide for those. I want to recognize that you all did not get here alone. There are people sitting left of you, to the right of you, and behind you. These are your parents, your grandparents, your guardians, your teachers, coaches, counselors, bus drivers, cafeteria staff, pastors, and family members who encourage you, who have prayed over you, and I believe have helped you along the way. Their love, sacrifice, and guidance helped make this moment possible. So this morning belongs to them as well. Can we please give them a round of applause? So one of the greatest privileges of working in public education is watching young people grow into who they are becoming. Over the years, your teachers and school staff have watched you overcome your challenges, develop confidence, and prepare for the next chapter in your life. And while some of you are headed for universities or technical colleges, some into apprenticeships and directly into the workforce or military service, you already know exactly what your next step will be. And yet still there are others out here that are still discovering their path. But no matter where life leads you, should never believe that your value is determined by some title or the size of your paycheck or someone else's definition of what success is. You see, in Aiken County Schools, we believe that every student journey matters because every student matters. Our world needs people willing to work hard, to lead with integrity, to serve others with purpose. It needs teachers and nurses, engineers and entrepreneurs, welders, first responders, military leaders, and just people courageous enough to make a positive difference on the lives of other people. There is dignity in honest work. There is honor in being of service, and there is greatness in living a life built on character, compassion, and perseverance. As someone serving in both the military and public education, I can tell you this one thing. Your reputation, your legacy, it would not be built on one single thing you do. It would be built on day by day through your choices, through your consistency, through your work ethic, and the way you treat people, even when no one is watching. Life will test you, and there will be setbacks, failures, and moments that things just don't go according to plan. But resilience is not about avoiding those tough times. It's about refusing to let those tough times define you. Some of the strongest people in the world are not those that never get knocked down. It's those that always get back up. So determination matters, character matters, and your future matters. Today, as you walk across the stage, remember this. We don't expect you to have every answer today. You don't have to have your entire life figured out. I assure you, there are many adults in this room right now still trying to figure out what they want to be when they grow up. But what matters most is that you continue forward with courage, integrity, and faith in your ability to overcome what stands in your way. Don't be afraid to dream big. Don't be afraid to work hard. And don't let fear stop you from becoming the person God created you to be. So congratulations, class of 2026. Your story is just beginning. Thank you.
Please welcome to the podium Mr. Jim Broom, District 2 Representative.
Good morning. First, before I start, Dr. Murphy, when you started that address, I thought you was talking about the parents to start with till you got to the part about the bills. But hello, Silver Bluff Bulldog class of 2026 and guests. I consider it an honor and privilege to stand before you for my fourth consecutive year as your District 2 School Board Representative. I am humbled to participate in this ceremony, honoring the momentous achievement that is a giant step toward future successes and milestones. But before I go forward, I have a confession to make, but I'm making it only to you, the 2026 graduating class. So don't tell the administration, the parents, the guardians, the friends and family, as some probably expect better of me. The fact is, I do not like wearing a suit, even in settings where they may routinely be seen. If I'm being honest, over the past 4 years, I probably have worn a suit to these Silver Bluff graduations more than all other events combined. Simply put, I'm a casual dress guy, and suits are just not my thing. Anyway, I'll speak to you a little more concerning this suit issue later, so keep my confession to yourselves for now. Parents and guardians, today, just as I expect you are, my wife Wendy and I are experiencing emotions of pride, happiness, mixed with bittersweet sadness witnessing these students, including our son, walk across this stage to close one door and open another to a path of adulthood. It is human nature to want more for our kids and question, have we adequately equipped and prepared them to excel in this fast-paced and ever-changing world? At our household, I share hard knocks lessons that are never quickly forgotten. I call them back in the day stories. The question is, were they actually listening? Regardless, time marches on whether we're ready or not. Graduates, I understand many of you recently walked through your old elementary schools wearing your graduation robes. I'm curious, did memories flood back? You know, the ones of you who went to Redcliffe, I shared many memories with you, and many of you are out of this group. Did you feel pride accompanied by a sensation of responsibility as you saw those young, innocent students looking up to you as their role models? Because you are their role models. Yes, another glimpse of how quickly time marches on. As you move forward in your education, careers in life, remember that education is a lifelong journey. The curiosity and passion for learning you have cultivated here will serve you well in your future endeavors. Continue to seek knowledge, to ask questions, and to challenge yourself. Be open to new experiences and never stop growing and evolving. But it's also worth repeating a few old school practices that, if followed in this modern and fast-paced world, will serve you well anytime and in any situation, no matter the career path you choose. First is remember where you came from. Do things to the best of your ability. Strive to leave things better than you found them. Stay true to yourself and your values. You will be much happier being yourself. Be an asset to society when pursuing your passions and dreams. Set goals, be persistent in reaching those goals. Always respect yourself as well as others. Balance life and work commitments. Work for success, but be happy, live, and laugh. Surround yourself with mentors that have strong integrity and love for your success. This type mentor are the ones that have the backbone to tell you what you need to hear instead of what you want to hear. Hold these type mentors near and dear. In closing, over my life and career, I have had several mentors. I'm of the belief that many of you, right here today, and I, in a specific period, shared the same mentor that possessed strong integrity and love for our success. Over the years, I reached out to this mentor for advice more times than I could possibly count. This mentor always told me what I needed to hear when discussing various topics, and in particular, topics concerning public education. Yes, this mentor didn't always say what I wanted to hear, but deep down I knew I was receiving great advice, and it was what I needed to hear. If you have not figured out the mentor I'm speaking of, it is Miss Julie Reveille, who, for the ones that attended Red Cliff Elementary School, was your principal. For the rest of the story, I told you at the beginning that I do not like wearing suits, so within the last few years, as I became involved in career events requiring more appropriate dress, I purchased 2 different type perfect pattern mossy oak camouflage themed sports coats. I've worn them to events with khakis and boots, country gentleman style, and have received compliments as they are a little different. Preparing for last year's 2025 graduation, I talked to my wife, and then we decided we're going to ask Julie. So I asked my trusted friend and mentor, Miss Julie Reveille, if she believed it was acceptable for me to wear this attire to speak at the graduation ceremony. Miss Julie looked at me without missing a beat and sighed, "No, Jim, wear the suit." So as I went in my closet to prepare for today's event, unzipping my dusty suit protector bag, I smiled while envisioning Miss Julie in her soft but firm voice state, "No, Jim, wear the suit." Now I ask you, who is the trusted mentor that will tell you wear the suit as you go through adulthood? My recommendation is when any of you are fortunate enough to have a trusted mentor in your life, respect, cherish, and maintain this healthy relationship regardless of the zip code where the next phase may take you. Look, congratulations, class of 2026. Seize the opportunities. Your future is bright. Thank you.
Good morning again, graduates, families, faculty, staff, and honored guests. Today, we do not just celebrate the end of a journey. We celebrate a class that left its mark on Silver Bluff High School through excellence, leadership, service, and Bulldog pride. The class of 2026 performed, competed, served, achieved, and inspired. The Silver Spirit Marching Band once again set the standard for excellence, capturing the 2A Lower State Championship and continuing a tradition of musical excellence that has become closely associated with Silver Bluff High School. Our Pride of Silver Bluff Winter Guard continued its strong tradition of performance, earning a top 10 finish in the CWEA Championship. Our musicians continue to raise the bar, earning superior and excellent ratings, an invitation to perform at the State Concert Band Festival, and for the year earned the distinction of Outstanding Performance Award with distinction. Our student athletes also continued the proud tradition of Bulldog athletics. Multiple teams advanced to the playoffs, while our softball team captured a region championship, and members of the class of 2026 also earned South Carolina State Championship rings in track and field events, achieving the highest honor available in high school athletics. Our NJROTC program continued its tradition of developing leaders who embody discipline, service, and character. Through service, competition, and leadership, our cadets represented Silver Bluff with pride. Students in this class have provided leadership in Key Club, National Honor Society, Beta Club, and Student Council, helping build school spirit, serving the community, and strengthening our school culture. Student Council efforts were recognized by earning the Outstanding Community Service Award, and they raised $1,900 for childhood cancer awareness. In the classroom, the class of 2026 continued Silver Bluff's tradition of academic excellence. 7 graduates earned the South Carolina Seal of Biliteracy, and 7 were recognized as senior scholars for their outstanding academic achievement. But what I am most proud to be able to say is that over 80% of the graduates in front of me right now earned the distinction of being able to say that they have graduated either college or career ready. And speaking of opportunities of these students, the class of 2026 has already demonstrated that hard work opens doors. As of today, this graduating class has earned an incredible $6,049,650 in scholarship. That number represents dreams pursued, goals achieved, and futures filled with possibility. Now, if I may, I want to take a moment personally. Over the last 2 years, I've had the privilege of watching many of you grow from students to young adults, ready to take on the next chapters of your lives. Spending time in the hallways, at ball games, concerts, performances, competitions, and school events has reminded me that what makes Silver Bluff special is not the accomplishments that we celebrate today. It is the people who show up every day. There are classes that you remember because of what they accomplished. And then there are classes that you remember because of the impact that they had on the people around them. The class of 2026 will be remembered for both. You've shown that excellence is not simply measured by trophies, awards, scholarships, or accomplishments. Excellence is found in how you treat others, how you respond to challenges, and how you contribute to something bigger than yourself. That is the legacy you guys are leaving behind. As you prepare to leave here today, remember that your diploma is more than a piece of paper. It is a symbol of the perseverance, growth, and possibility. It represents every challenge you overcame and every lesson you learned along the way. The world you are entering needs leaders. It needs problem solvers, and it needs people who care about others and are willing to serve something greater than themselves. And based on what I have seen from this class, I have no doubt that you guys are ready. Congratulations, class of 2026. Continue to strive for excellence, continue to lift up others, and never forget that no matter where life takes you, you will always be a Bulldog. Now it is my privilege to recognize one student who represents the values that define Silver Bluff High School. The Spirit of the Bulldog Award is presented to a student who embodies what it means to be part of the Bluff. While some students lead from the spotlight, others make a difference behind the scenes through their actions, character, and willingness to help others succeed. When I think about the Spirit of the Bulldog, I think about someone who strives for excellence while also being generous with their times and talent. This student is always willing to lend a hand, whether that means helping with school activities, supporting classmates, or spending time tutoring students who needed extra help in math. He has never hesitated to share his knowledge, encourage others, or step up when help is needed. When others are asked to describe this student, they consistently speak about his unwavering determination, his commitment to serving his peers and community, and his loyalty and dependability. He is someone people knew they could count on, someone who quietly made those around him better, and someone who leads by example every day. His achievements in the classroom have earned him well-deserved recognition, but what makes him truly special is his character. He has used his gifts not only to excel personally, but also to help others succeed. Through his service, leadership, and willingness to support those around him, he has left a lasting impact on our school community. It is my honor to present the 2026 Spirit of the Bulldog Award to Jackie Lee. At this time, Silver Bluff High School officially recognizes our salutatorian. This student has achieved the second highest grade point average for the class of 2026. Please join me in recognizing and congratulating our salutatorian, Laura C. Ready?
Good morning, faculty and staff, families and guests, and most importantly, my fellow graduates. Today we share a moment we've been working toward for years, one that has always felt so far away, yet somehow arrived faster than we all expected. Standing here now, it's hard to believe how quickly these years have gone by. It feels like just yesterday we were starting high school, unsure of who we were and where we were headed. Some of us came in with clear plans, while others, like me, were still trying to figure everything out. But somewhere along the way, things began to come together. We found subjects we looked forward to, discovered interests we never expected, and faced challenges that shaped who we are today. Some of us started seeing things more clearly, while others are still figuring it out, and that's okay. Because this moment isn't about having all the answers, it's about having the courage to keep moving forward and still believe in yourself and what's ahead. Looking back, I realized that it wasn't just about the assignments, exams, or achievements. It was about the things that happened behind the scenes, the early mornings, the late nights, the moments we felt confident, and the moments we felt completely lost. It was about learning how to adapt when we faced obstacles, how to keep pushing ourselves when motivation was low, and showing up even when we didn't feel like it. In the end, those moments were more important than any assignment or achievement could ever be. They taught us discipline, responsibility, and how to find strength in times of struggle. What matters most is not what we accomplished, but who we became along the way. Because of this, even if we don't feel completely ready for what's next, the truth is we are far more prepared than we think. As much as we've grown on our own, none of this would have been possible without the people who supported us every step of the way. To our teachers, thank you for your patience, your guidance, and for challenging us to think deeper, work harder, and reach our full potential. You have done so much more than teach us lessons in a classroom. You've changed the way we think, view ourselves, and see the world. To our families, thank you for your unwavering love and support. For the time you've given, your patience during the stressful moments, and always being there when we needed it most. You have stood behind us through every challenge and success, and we wouldn't be standing here without you. And to my own family, thank you for being there and supporting me throughout every part of this journey, for your love, your encouragement, and helping me become the person I am today. For always believing in me, even when I wasn't sure I believed in myself. Without you, I wouldn't be standing up here on this stage today, so I hope this moment reflects just how grateful I am for all you have done for me. As we move forward from this moment, I hope we'll remember not only what we've accomplished, but what we've learned along the way. Don't be afraid of not having everything figured out. It's easy to think that we're always supposed to have a plan, to know exactly what direction we're going in and how we're going to get there. But what matters most is that we keep going even when things feel uncertain. Take risks even if it seems scary. Some of the most important moments of our lives will come from stepping outside of our comfort zones. Try something new, and if you fail, learn from it. Take risks. Keep showing up even when things get difficult, because the moments that define us are not the easy ones, but the ones where we choose not to give up. And most importantly, believe in yourself. In moments of doubt, remember everything you have already overcome to get to where you are now. As this chapter comes to a close and a new one begins, we'll each take different paths. So wherever life takes you, always remember to keep going, never give up, and trust yourself along the way. The future may seem uncertain, but so were we when we started high school. And look at how far we've come. Congratulations, class of 2026. Thank you. Please welcome Dr. Jennifer Colmar back to the podium.
Now Silver Bluff High School wants to officially recognize our valedictorian. This student has achieved the highest grade point average for the class of 2026. Please join me in recognizing and congratulating our valedictorian, Jackie Lee.
Good morning, Silver Bluff, class of 2026, parents, guests, and friends. Thank you all for giving me the opportunity to speak today. I know it's way too early to be here this morning, and I think some of us are still tired after a long night's sleep. But today is a day we've all been waiting for. It's graduation. For years, it felt so far away, and now we are all sitting together. I was excited today, but now standing here, I realize I'm also sad, because some of us won't see each other anymore. We are not only celebrating the end of high school, we are also celebrating how much we have changed since we first entered the building. Over the past years, we had good days and bad days. We dealt with stress and pressure when we studied for the SAT, ACT, and wind tests. We also faced challenges from COVID to snowstorms and Hurricane Helene. Sometimes it feels like life is uncertain, but we managed to push forward and persist. On the good days, everything feels normal and fun. Just hanging around after school, laughing at jokes that aren't funny, and staying up at 3 o'clock in the morning and playing Roblox and Brawl Stars. However, not everyone makes us feel good in certain ways. It's hard when their words or actions make us question ourselves and our values. It hurts more than expected, and it's hard to something about our own strength. At home, we have arguments with our parents. It doesn't always feel good, but sometimes our parents don't see things the way we do. But then we realized our parents were trying their best to give advice and push us before we learned the hard way. When we made mistakes, well, maybe our parents wasn't the one to blame. The times we stumbled, felt isolated, or doubt ourselves are the moments that reveal who truly cares. We learn to surround ourselves with people who lift us up. That means realizing who you trust and look at you. We discover the people who really matters are the ones who knows when you're struggling. Now, as I look into the crowd, I want to say that this is my favorite class, and it's also the funniest class I ever had. Thank you all for your support and your humor. It means a lot to me. Thank you. Our senior year starts with a senior sunrise. This event has a meaning for each of us. Senior sunrise marks the moment we become the leaders in the school. In freshman year, we were placed at the bottom of the ladder. We just finished middle school. Other upper class would call us the noisy class and the newbies. We were the new face everyone sees in school. But as the years go by, we learn to climb the ladder. Soon, people start to respect us. That's just like climbing the leaderboard in video games and defeating the final boss in order to be recognized. Now as seniors, we are at the top of the ladder. Team captains in sports, the presidents of clubs, all TC committee officers, and the one to lead the underclass. Then 2 weeks ago, we had the senior sunset. It reminded us our leadership title in school won't last long anymore. That means we will eventually start over and climb a new ladder, but we are still leaders. The title is still in our hearts. As we take our next step, it means we are facing new opportunities and new people. We each have different designated future as we begin to disperse. I see future engineers and entrepreneurs, teachers and doctors, and I also see business leaders and politicians, technicians and military officers, and etc. We will climb our own ladder. Just remember that you may not start out as the best at everything. You will improve one by one. The future is in our hand, and we are ready to change the world. Now I want to share a quote from Matt Fuller. He said, "True happiness doesn't come from your picture being liked, but from your soul being loved. There's more grace in Jesus than there is sin in you." Our restless striving is ceased if we hold true to this. God has made us in his image to share his glory. This quote reminds us that our worth is not created by others, but in your love, grace, and purpose God has already given you. And congratulations again, class of 2026. This day is yours, and please celebrate today. Thank you. Please welcome our student body president, Hayden Krabs, back to the podium.
Congratulations, Jackie and Laura. Awarding diplomas this morning are Dr. Corey Murphy, Aiken County Public School District Superintendent, Mr. Berkeley Postel, Assistant Superintendent of High Schools, Dr. Jennifer Colmar, Principal, Ms. Catilia Young, Lead Counselor. Calling graduates' names this morning are Assistant Principal, Ms. Ann Cohen, and Mr. Calvin Moore. We ask that you help us preserve the dignity and formality of this ceremony by refraining from any outbursts or actions that may draw attention away from our graduates. We assure that we will provide time for a joyful outpouring of congratulations at the end of this ceremony.
Kylie Jade Addison, magna cum laude. James Harvey Allen. Naima Deshay Askew White. Layla Victoria Barfoot. Michael Del Rey Barnett. Skylar Christopher Joseph Barrera, cum laude. Sterling Ryan Barton, magna cum laude. Shania Renee Nicole Bates. Cameron Chad Bowman. Janaya Tanae Booth. Brandon Borja Valencia. Haley Elise Bowman, magna cum laude. Jaden Alyssa Boyd. Giovanni Boyso. James Connor Broom. Natalie Julianne Broom. John Allen Brophy Jr. Justin Isaiah Brown, magna cum laude. Kiana Alexis Bush. Alexander Bush Martinez. Anna Itzel Calixto Gallardo. Quintavious Kenneth Carter. Sergio Nicholas Chacon Gomez, cum laude. Truman Isaac Alexander Chandler. Justin Eduardo Chavez Pena. Jamia Charmaine Chavis. Reagan Denise Cleveland. Kaiser Isaac Klingerman, summa cum laude. Caden Jean Craps, summa cum laude. Isaiah Latavia Davis. Asiana Lachelle Davis, magna cum laude. Zoe Lynn Davis, magna cum laude. Robert Jordan Dix. Zachary Dean Dix. Melania Delisha Douse, cum laude. James Arthur Duncan III. Ashley Nicole Duncan. Ashton Tyler Edgerly. Aubrey Lynn Eddington. Talia Sophia Ellis, magna cum laude. Taylor Annette Ellis. Ella Rose Flaminio, cum laude. Charles Alejandro Flores. Jocelyn Cadence Foster. Wyatt Carter Fulham. Abelardo Garcia Parada. Rain Michael Gardner. Sarah Raylan Gentry. Jordan Jaquan Givens. Alyssa Christine Glass, summa cum laude. Alexander Gonzalez. Kyle Selden Good, cum laude. Adrian Michael Gray. Cameron Jesse Jamar Green, cum laude. Jasmine Gail Greenhill. DeAndre Alonzo Hankerson. Ethan Matthew Hardy. Jared Lee Harvey. Emily Addison Hayes. Emma Ruth Herbert. Maycole Saul Hernandez Garcia. Brenton Isaiah Ben Hersner, magna cum laude. De'Aaron Xavier Hobbs. Jordan Lane Hodges, magna cum laude. Lindsay Nicole Hoffman, cum laude. Tyrone Timothy Hughes, Jr. Derek Lee Hupp. Candace Alexis Jackson. Delawrence Dakari Bernard Jackson. Taya Chantel Jackson. Owen Douglas J. Kaylin Amanda Jennings. Jeremiah Lee Johnson. Haven Marie Jones, cum laude. Ziona D'Amica Lene Jones. Lillian Marie Jerkovich. Amarbri Shamir Key. Gage Robert Kirkbride. Reese Marie LaFontaine. Faith Felicity Lambert, magna cum laude. Kayla Samantha Lark, magna cum laude. Trevor Scott Lee. Jackson Lee Lewis. Jackie Lee, summa cum laude. Anaya Charday Leonetti. Evan Michael Loper. Brittany Lopez Juarez. Serena Romy Lucas. Dana Renee Lucci, cum laude. Darius Markel Lucci. Jackson Rivers Lumley. Gabriella Nicole Mayo. Nathaniel Benjamin McDaniel. Aubrey Lynn McDonald. Malia Janaya McLeod, cum laude. Jonathan Alberto Medrano. Madison Grace Meek. David Mendoza Ramos Jr., Angelo Paul Masano, magna cum laude. Braden James Milam, James Gregory Miller, Carly Elizabeth Pearl Mitchum, Jaden Faith Moore, cum laude. Natalie Nicole Mora, Joshua Robert Morris, Jayla Mamie Negron, magna cum laude. Gage Edward Newell, cum laude. Olivia Frances Newell, magna cum laude. Sophia Grace Odom, magna cum laude. Luke Cabot Ormond, cum laude. Karen Michelle Parada Rios, cum laude. Anthony Lee Patterson. Emily Joanna Pena Sordo. Kyla Nicole Porter. Gerard Sean Pringle Jr. Jaden Tyrell Pusher. Paradise Nashe Simone Ravenel.
Jemiah LaShawn Reynolds. Trellis Jashawn Riley. Maria Abril Rios Munoz. Connor Roche. James Josue Rosales. Justin Frank Rose. Lathan Derek Rowland. Justice Keneal Rudolph. Javier Ruiz. Scott Abelardo Sanchez. Melanie Jocelyn Sanchez Martinez. Jamori Lamar Savage. Haley Janiyah Savage. Nakia Destiny Scott. Malik Deshaun Seabrook. Braden Daniel Seat. Skylar Lee Siegler, summa cum laude. Jesse Demetrius Lamar Shelley Jr. Devin Edward Shryack, magna cum laude. Laura Sieg, summa cum laude. Ariana Linnell Simmons, cum laude. Jemiah LaCarrie Shania Sims. Alandis Teron Smith. Brinley Zoe Smith. Fantasia Talia Smith. Joshua Terrell Smith. Macy Diane Smith, cum laude. Niobe Elizabeth Smith, cum laude. Tyshawn Antoine Xavier Smith. Tristan Alejandro Snyder. Trayshawn Montez Stallings. Raymond Andrew Sutton Sanchez. Jontavius Tremaine Tanksley. Keyshawn Devontrez Taylor. Ariana Nishaya Thomas, magna cum laude. Elena Faye Toole, cum laude. Khalil Demond Toomer, cum laude. Liliana Diane Trejo. Joshua Lee Tripp, Nigel Lawrence Tyler, Dylan Zachary Underwood, Marley Bell Utter, magna cum laude, Talia Decasia Valentine, magna cum laude, Nicholas Kane Leviti Walters, magna cum laude, Landon David Weathersby, Remington Daniel Weathersby, Ethan Lewis Weiss, Teresa Michelle Wells, Katie Michelle West, Jordan Tremel Williams, Kiaden DeAntoine Williams, Kylie Ann Williams, Maisha Brianna Williams, Shakayla Denise Williams, Tariq Daquan Williams, Zaki Cordell Williams, Terrell Javante Williamson, Tamia Michelle Wilson, Kelly Elaine Worth, Aaliyah Pearl Ann Woodard, summa cum laude, Janare Evandra Wooden, Timothy Vernon Woodward, Zion Omarion Rice.
Parents and guests, before I present our graduates to you, I ask that you please remain in place at the end of the ceremony until all graduates have exited. Will the class of 2026 please stand? As principal of Silver Bluff High School, and on behalf of the faculty and staff, I affirm that these seniors of the class of 2026 have fulfilled all state and local requirements to earn their high school diploma. Dr. Murphy, it is my hearty recommendation that they be accepted as duly qualified.
As Superintendent of Aiken County Public Schools and on behalf of the Aiken County Public School District Board of Trustees and the state of South Carolina, I certify that these Silver Bluff High School candidates for South Carolina's high school diploma have met all graduation requirements, and I therefore confer upon them their South Carolina high school diploma.
Please welcome to the stage Sophia Odom, Senior Class President, for the turning of the tassels.
Congratulations, Bulldogs. Graduates, please join me in moving your tassels from the right to the left. At this time, please welcome to the stage our very own Silver Bluff graduate, Janiyah Booth. She will lead us in singing the Silver Bluff alma mater. Words can be found on the back of the program or on the screen.
Near the banks of old Savannah, amidst the silvery sand, stands our dear old alma mater, known throughout the land. Sing the chorus all together, filled with love and cheer. Praise to thee, our alma mater, dear old Silver Bluff. Dear old Silver Bluff, we hail thee and we cherish too all the memories now and ever of the silver and blue. Sing the chorus all together, filled with love and cheer. Praise to thee, our alma mater, dear old Silver Bluff.
Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present to you the class of 2026.